are. And I invite the children to please come forward.
Great.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Sue. Very nice to meet you all. And in today's story that they were just reading, one of the things that kind of jumped out at me, and sometimes it's really hard to understand these stories, I don't know what they're saying, but this one kind of jumped out at me. A father asked his son to do something, and the son, kind of sassy, said he didn't want to. But he thought about it later on, and he went and did it anyway. And the father asked the other son to go do the same thing, and the son said, "Sure, no problem, I'll get right on that." And then he didn't. And so Jesus asked, which son did what the father wanted? So what do you think? Which son did what the father wanted? The first son? Why do you think that?
Because he said no, and then he changed his heart.
That's a really good answer. He said no, and the first reaction was no. But then he had a change of heart. He thought better of it. And that can make all the difference in the way we act. We at first have to want to do something, or asked to do something, or are told to do something. And maybe our first response is no. We might say no because we're tired. We might say no because we're busy. We're watching TV. We're playing a video game. We're eating. But then later on you think to yourself, it would really make my dad happy if I did what he asked. And I know I need to do this. So I'm just going to go do it. And then there's the other side of someone who immediately says, "Yeah, sure, absolutely, I'll go do that, I'll get right on that." And doesn't. And in a way, they kind of told a fib. They kind of told a fib to their dad, and they kind of told a fib to themselves. They planned to do it. They thought it seemed like a really good idea to do it. They just never got around to doing it. They didn't follow through. So they said something that they would do something, but then they didn't follow through. And one of the ways that people learn to trust us is when we say what we mean and mean what we say. And it's how we build trust with each other. And the one thing I'm pretty sure, even though we don't always hear the answers that we want, is God pretty much says what God means and does what God does. There is no question about it. There's no take back. There's no gotcha. If God tells us something, we can pretty much count on it to be the truth. So when you go out into the world, whether it's in your classroom or here at church, one thing that we can learn to do as kids and as grown-ups is try to find ways to help people trust us and believe in us, because we want to trust others and believe in them. So practice this week saying what you mean and meaning what you say. So if your teacher says, do your homework and bring it in and turn it in the morning, tonight you'll go home, you'll do your homework, and then you'll actually turn it in the morning. And if your mom says, take the trash out to the curb or out to the bin, don't just say, okay, sure, and then keep watching TV. Jump up, go grab the trash, take it out to the bin, come back and watch TV. It will take you 5 seconds, I swear. Really. So practice this week. When you practice something, it becomes a habit. And you have to practice things over and over again. It's really easy to fall out of the habit of doing the right thing. So practice this week saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And another word for that, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. And now you can walk to class.
It's great to see all of you here this week. We hope you'll all be back for Sunday school next week too. Just great. Thanks for being here.